Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. Before starting my video, if you didn't subscribe my channel yet, please do, and do not turn on notifications as I'm sharing current contents every day. In this video, as promised before previous lesson, I'm gonna do an example about a reflection again, and to make the lesson faster, I create my objects before the lesson. Let me show you. You can pause the video and create those objects as well. This is my client object, and this is this static object to seed my client. And same as product, I have a product object, and this is my list to seed them. And I create some methods to create a Excel CSV file. Let me explain. This is a class, and I assign some fields, and I define those fields in my constructor, and I'm going to use those objects in my methods. So I have a method which is going to generate file, and I'm going to define the row first, as you can see, and I'm going to add rows for header. Then I'm going to add my each row, which is going to be data, comes from the data seeds with the for each. Then I'm going to write all lines to a CSV file, that list exactly. Let's come to the header and the rows. As you can see, this is written manually. This ID, title, price for the product, and this is expecting actually product item to create my rows, and it's all created manually. If I 100 properties, I'm gonna type the 100 properties. It's really frustrating actually. And also, if I would like to do it for the client, I'm not able to do it because it is designed for the product. Let's see our program CS file. As you can see, I called my file generator class here, and it is asking me a product. Actually, it is asking a product, not client. So I gave here product seed products, which is static class, keeps my data seed, and I gave a name, file name, and my method is going to work after all. But what if I would like to work with the client seed as well? It's not gonna work because it's expecting to give them to product. Let's make it command section. Okay, let's start converting our file generator class to make a generic one. To make it generic, the first thing is first we're going to make it generic, and we're going to ask is a generic type as a T, which is going to be type. All right, so I will ask my users to give me enumerable T, and I can call that with data instead of list product. I'm gonna delete it now, and I'm going to work with the reflection, so I need a type, right? Let's give a type. Let's call it type. I'm gonna make it private as well, private, and I'm going to add this enumerable to my constructor to define them. While cursor in the reference name, click Control dot and add parameters to the file generator. Here we go. Your data is here, but I'm gonna add this data. No, I'm not gonna use like that. I am going to add this type as well. Oh, I'm going to let me have a look quickly. The type is asking me a type, so the type must be type of T. Let me have a look quickly. Type must be the type of T. All right, and I'm asking a table data. Data comes from data. Perfect. It's working. Let's continue. the thing is, let me explain again. I add my list as an enumerable, which is accepting t comes from my class generics, and I define it in the constructor as a data, and I am going to take the type of t and assign this type variable. Okay, let's continue now. Generate file is okay. I'm going to make a list for the CSV file is okay as well. So I need to create a header. Let's go to header now. I'm going to add this mark here to not to forget where I left. Let's go to header. As you can see, this is hardly typed. So I'm going to find my types. So var, let's say properties. Let's have a look my type, and let's get my properties. I have my properties now. Let's use for each, and let's type their name and return as a value. Let me have a look. How can I do it? It's return string, right? So let's create a string builder here. Var builder, a new string, not that one, string builder. Yep. So I am going to add my builder.append property name, and .append, I need to add a comma. Alright, so every property name will be added automatically next to each other like this. And I want my builder as a return. And obviously we need to convert it to the string. Perfect. Header is done. Let's continue with the for each. So I'm going to change it to data. And what is the problem here now? The data is enumerable, product. So what is the problem here now? Okay, because the problem here is row comes from the row. Okay, the problem comes from my row section. Let's mark here, and let's go our method to fix it. As you can see, it is hardly typed again. Let me copy my properties here again. Alright, so I'm going to use for each properties, property in properties, and let's use build dot append my property dot, I need the value of my property. No, I need to change my type here. Okay, so what I have in my hand, why do I need to delete it? I don't need it. I don't need this anymore. Okay, let me come back here. So I need an object here, object of my, okay, I'm gonna put it here t, because I have a list comes from t, and it is going to be item. Perfect. Now it seems it's working. And now append a comma between results. Okay, let's delete them all, and all properties will be how can I say, will be shown next to each other between the comma, between each other with a comma. And I'm going to build a string. By the way, I forgot something to add. If you remember, I'm gonna add a comma after each one, but there is a comma um, at the end of my latest property. So to delete it, I'm going to use oh sorry, not here. In square brackets, double dot and one hat and one. So it's going to remove my latest comma at the end of my row. Let's edit here as well. Perfect. It's going to work perfectly, I think. Let me have a look quickly. Is there anything should I add? Let's go back our program CS file now. It says a problem here. Let's have a look. Okay, we changed the location of the constructor. I guess that's the problem. I'm gonna bring it here, put a comma and delete it. Let's go back. It's asking a data. Let me delete the inside. Try to add one more time. So it's asking me a data. So data is product seed dot products, and the file name is going to be product dot generate file. What is the problem? Using generic type identity requires one type arguments. One type argument. What does that mean? One type arguments. Let me go back to my generate file. Oh, of course, guys, it's expecting me to add the variable. This is totally my bad. We need to add, is it going to for product or client? Yeah, this is for product, and I'm gonna send a product seed. So let's try to fix this one, and it is going to be for client, and I'm going to send client seed. Let's change the name client. Okay, now I'm going to run the application, and I'm going to see is it going to work or not. But before that, I'm going to focus on something. The client comes with the 4 property, and the product comes with the 3 property. It means it is a generic file generator. So it's going to create how many property we have, then assign it to a CSV file. Okay, let's have a look. We are in our reflection now. Let's create. We don't get any message in our screen. Program is run. Let's close it now, and let's have a look. Open containing folder. Let's go to object. Let's go to debug.NET 8. Let's have a look. It must be somewhere here. Is that in bin? Yeah, here we go. We have client and product CSV, and let's have a look the results. As you can see, ID, title, and price has been created perfectly. And let's have a look. Client. We have a client company name, company contact, and phone number is created perfectly. Yeah. Let me have a look the other one as well. As you can see, guys, our decimal numbers, the other two floating point numbers has 2 digits after comma. Even if I used 3.20 for the let me have a look. Yep, for the price of this product, I receive 3.2. It's about Excel, I guess. And we can add attributes to reach and to modify our small changes. And next lesson, I'm going to start attributes, hopefully, and we're going to do some changes as well in this project if we have time at the end of the attribute lesson. Okay, I'm going to finish this lesson here. Hopefully this example will be very useful for you. If you like the video, I really be appreciated as it really motivates me. And if you have any questions, do not forget to drop comment below the video. Take care of yourself, guys. Bye bye.